Apologies. Apologies to Irish Chavez. Sorry, I didn't make it. I was a bit busy with a few things around here, but I will get back to your. I will get to your live stream next one that you have. My fullest apologies, sweetie. I meant to come on tonight. I'm sorry. I got waylaid and had a few things to do. Hey, Tom Victoria. Hi, Kumusta? Maganda gabi sa inyo lahat. Hope you are having a good night, guys. Tonight's chat, talk, and kick back and relax with wow. Me. No, I'm not on anything tonight. I should be, shouldn't I? But no. The way this country's going, I should be on something, but I can't afford to take that shit, so I'm not going to. If you know what I mean. Anyway, big shout out to Kevin and Gemma. Big shout out to Roma and John. Big shout out to Chris Beecham. Big shout out to Tom Simpson, Tom Victoria. Big shout out to Maluz 1963. Big shout out to Rickshaw Philippines and Faye and the kids. Also, big shout out to Tropical Tim in the Philippines and Wish for Wanda. Also, big shout out to Marilyn Kaminsky and his sales vlog. Chris Beecham, big shout out to you too, mate. Hope everyone is having a good night. Big shout out to check out the Rileys, the Hapsters. Big shout out to Supersonic 444. How you going? How are you? Good, happy birthday. Queen's birthday. Well, it is, we are, and I don't care about the Queen. I really don't. I'm not a monarchist. I'm a Republican. Hey, well done. No school tomorrow. You can relax. Supersonic 444. Big shout out to British Expat in the Philippines. Oh, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. 4 points. Well done. It was good. It was a good game. I watched it right through. I didn't leave. The only time I left is when I went to the toilet. Lady Coach Explores. Big shout out to you. Okay, now Rose, Kevin, and Gemma, I will check the video out anyway. All's good. Yes, it was exciting. It was close. Luck's a fortune when you are playing football. Could go either way. Look at what happened to Adelaide and St Kilda. They were in front St Kilda all night, and then Adelaide just walked over the top of them. But they didn't walk over really. I think they only won about like 30 points. But tonight's game was thrilling. It was good. Unbeknownst to you, Adrian Gibson, I have a little bit of if Richmond did if Richmond didn't get into the 8 this year and didn't get into the grand final this year, West Coast is my second choice. They played well. They deserved it. They wanted it a little bit more. Have we got another chance? Yes, we have. Getting back in the 8. And but they're going to have to be a lot more smarter because they've got to play teams like Footscray, Melbourne, and Geelong, as well as West Coast. So it's going to be good. It'll be a good finals this year. Jan Bannock, moving again. Big shout out to you, huh? Big shout out to Ruthie and Arthur, Philippine Adventures. Ruthie's up. Hey, Kevin and Gemma. Yeah, I will take a look at that video. It's okay. We'll check it out anyway. What team do you go for? It's got Richmond. They got beaten tonight by not my bunch. I think it was 4 points. But we'll be there this year. We'll hopefully be there this year. If we're not, well, West Coast is my second preference. Um, but they got a lot of good players in, and they played pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with that, Adrian. And it was a good performance, and it was a good game, and it was worthwhile watching. Mind you, having my fingers in my mouth, ready to bite my finger off. But anyway, shit happens. What do you do? Um, yeah, big shout out to a British expat in the Philippines, Jane and John. It's all right, Kevin. I'll take a look at it anyway. No stress. That's fine. I'll have a look at it. Big shout out to Joe and Jenny. Jenny, hope you're good. Tom and Ruth, Philippine Adventures. Big shout out to Tom and Ruth. Guys, check out those guys I just mentioned. Hey, Mr. Christopher Beecham, and don't you start. I've already copied it from the thing. Well, we can't all be beggars and choosers, but we did beaches last week, so I'm happy about that. Or was that the week before? Might have been the Dreamtime game. Richmond are chokers. No, I don't think it was a matter of choke. I think it was a matter of they had someone up on their forward line and we didn't. Oh, up on our back line, sorry. And we didn't. Rewalt went missing in the last quarter, in the last 5 minutes. Okay, no worries, Kevin. You take it easy. My regards to Gemma. We'll catch up soon. And have a good night's sleep, mate. Sorry, guys. Most Richmond is the most overrated. Well, we did win 3 grand finals in a row. 2017, 2019, 2020. Come on, that's not overrated. That's been a good team. They played well on, like, I will say one thing. We've got a little bit, maybe we need to rest a few players this year or next year. Maybe we need to start rebuilding. Are we going to be there this year? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But if we do get in, hey, never write them off. Trust me. They're good caliber of players there and good team. So don't write them off yet. That's all I'm saying. Now, as I said, I'm sorry and my fullest apologies to Aris Chavez. Sorry, sweetie. Big shout out to Skip B. How are you, mate? You will make the 8. Yes, we will. We're in the 8 at the moment, but I think we'll get back in there again. I don't know who we play next week, so we've played all nearly the top teams, so it's going to be in. Collingwood's overrated anyway. PI doesn't need another wanker. Stay locked down. Oh, I don't know, Adrian. I don't know. Hey, Rickshaw Philippines. Hi, Kumusta? How is Faye? Big shout out to you. I hope everything's good. Is Tropical Tim still there? And Wish for Wonder or Rickshaw? Give him my love and our regards from me and Arlene and baby CJ. I missed I missed your live stream the other night, but it was very good and very funny, Rickshaw. Enjoyed it. Thank you. I watched the replay. It was smashing. You smashed it right at the ballpark. You're awesome, the whole lot of you. Scoot, scoot, scooty, scoot, scoot. Okay. I might be getting a new laptop for Christmas. Congratulations, Supersonic 44. Yeah, the only trouble I find with that, you have to reload all the crap that you think. It's like buying a new phone. I've got my old one in there. I've still got my old Facebook account. I've still got my old YouTube account on that. Um, and I had to upload a new Facebook account on this phone and a new YouTube account on this phone. That's what pisses me off with the bloody phones and that. Wish they could last a lot longer. This next round is a split round. Yes, I think we're going to have a week's break and next week we'll be back again. But I don't know who we play at the MCG. So it'll be good. I heard they are keeping your neighbourhood locked down in a bit longer. Yes, I have to still wear the face mask going shop, Scoot. Yeah. Oh well. I did have to. Um, the lady at Coles pulled me up tonight, and oh okay, RTX graphics, ooh, nice. I did have to go to Coles today, and they wanted me to log in. Oh, playing St Kilda. Oh well, we'll beat them. Dan Andrews, the Premier of Victoria, he's back at work. Yeah, he will be next week. I don't know what for. I don't know why he's bothered. He might as well stay out for another week. Like seriously, he's he's slipped off the steps. Heard he's back. He's got a couple of weeks off. He's got someone else in charge. You know what? Quite frankly, I don't care about them. I'm over it. No more COVID on here, no more talking about COVID on here. I have had a guts full of this shit. I've had a guts full of listening about Dan Andrews and everything, so no more. You ain't got something nice to say, we won't. Just let it go, Supersonic 44, please. I am over the shit. I am over the shit. And I've had enough of the COVID. Yes, I'm going to have my needle on the 27th. I've got a ring tomorrow down here. And get them to let me know. Is it the 27th? So I am going to have my vaccination. I feel like a dog that's got to go to the vet. But, that's it. I've done the COVID test twice, March and a couple of weeks ago, and I passed. So, I am just over the whole crap of the um, COVID 19. Guys, if you want to take the needle, go take the needle. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. You don't want to wear the face mask, don't wear the face mask. If you want to wear the face mask, wear the face mask. But this little black duck, I'm just going to wear it and forget about it. Rabies, they're both crazy. Yeah. That's true. Maybe I got rabies. Maybe I got bitten by Snowy and I haven't told anyone. And damn, I'm not frothing at the mouth at the moment. Can't get the vaccine since I'm underage. You're lucky. You're lucky. But yeah, there'll be no more talk about that anymore. I've had enough of it. So let's talk about something a little bit more. Yes. Oh my God, Scott's got rabies. Rabies is a dense sentence. Yeah, so is cancer. I haven't even got that. As far as I know, I haven't. Not you, Dan and me. Here we go. Let it go. That's all I'm going to say. So, I don't. And he is eating some biscuits. Yeah, you're right there. But it's one of those things. Thanks for the likes, guys. I really do appreciate it. Much appreciated, guys. It's great. We had the garden done yesterday. They came in, cut the trees down, cut the crepe maple right down to just about dead. So, and silver birches. I told him just to cut a couple of branches off. What's he do? He cuts it right back. So now they're going to grow back, and if they don't grow back, I'm going to have to cut the bastards out of the ground and probably use them as a thing. Kumusta, Supersonic 44. I'm okay lang. Yeah, so, it's one of those things. I've been busy with CJ. You did say Kumusta just before in small letters. Now you got it in big letters. Good on you. It's okay, Lang. I'm taking that piss out of you. As a bogan, I got that right. Haven't I, Scoot? It's one of those things. I'm just so looking forward to once I get the shots, I can hopefully get on a flight and head out of here. Bye bye, Supersonic. Take care. And enjoy your day tomorrow. Have fun. Queen's birthday. Which I know you miss the Philippines, Scott. Me too. I miss the Philippines. I miss the Philippines. Actually, let's get on to that subject. I miss the Philippines. I am so. It's been 2018. What's it now? 2021. It's been like 3 years. He's good, and he's sleeping at the moment, which is good. Arlene's doing some work on the computer. It's just been great. I just love thing. I'm been thinking today what I'm doing with our land at SoGod. What we're going to get people into thing. My next ticket to PO will be one way. Oh, you're lucky. I'm hoping ours will be the same, but I've still got to look after Mum. So if we do get out and go back, I've got to also make an appointment for Arlene to go over to Sunshine Hospital to have her vaccine. I reckon kids should have it too. I really do. I think from 3-year-old upwards should have the vaccine as well. It after all they can carry it. The last time I went to the forest, see, 2018 was our last time. That's when I started my channel. My channel's been going 3 years now, and it is awesome. It is awesome being there. I've got one thing. While I'm on a sausage roll, I'm over these people that rant and crack the shits and get jealous of each other. I'm over them too. So I'm not going there, but guys, forget about it. You have good channels. Don't rant. And they know who they are. I'm not going to mention their name, but they need to get a life, walk over a bridge and get over it and just concentrate on their channel and forget about everybody else. For Christ's sake, it is bullshit. And another one that just sits there and does nothing in his kitchen but talk shit and thinks he's telling the truth about the Philippines. Forget about it. Move on, old fella, and get a life. Yeah, it's yeah. Whatever happened, happened. Move on, get a life, and forget about all this bullshit and ranting and raving. It doesn't do you any good. Stop. Um, but it's great. Buy a ticket. But it's great to have fun in the Philippines. I can't, I've been to hospital 3 times there. I have found it them really good. I have had no problems. I had bronchitis. I had diarrhea. I had sugar diabetes, and I was cured. And they got the best stuff. Shit, man. You go to the hospital. You're not the only one in there. There's a whole lot of other people around. So you have to wait and be patient. They will come to you. They will give you painkillers. They will give you Drexel which is like oh, it's bloody good stuff. I know that. Yeah, it's called Brain. It is there. Last time I checked. Uh, you know, um, they've got the best hospitals, and you go in for an operation. Uh, if you enjoy being in the Philippines, that's great. I love it. I just telling fibs. I love the Philippines and I enjoy the Philippines, and it's great. I have not an issue with the hospitals. I reckon the staff are good. the the doctors are good, the medicals are good, but shit. It was only sugar diabetes. It was only diarrhea. It was only bronchitis I had, which I could have died from bronchitis, but I didn't have any major operations. And you know, you look at it this way, that whatever it was, they've done a good job, and I'm back out and I'm home and I have no complaints. The only complaints I have is Flight Centre need to get their ass into gear and get themselves sorted out, because Flight Centre, their insurance, I brought all my paperwork back. And you know what they say? Oh, maybe you're scamming the system. I didn't intentionally get diarrhea to go into hospital. I didn't intentionally get bronchitis to go into hospital. I didn't intentionally get sugar diabetes to go into hospital. So, when I had a bill for whatever it was, say 10,000 or 11,000 pesos, and I've got receipts, you guys should fix it up. But do they? No. Just get told that, you know, we're not paying it. Well, fine. Why did I bother? Yes, she went back to hospital. She's okay now. But, it's to do what you want to do and to enjoy what you want to do when you're in the Philippines is good. Have fun. Enjoy life. Don't, I've never put the Philippines down. I don't do that. I love the Philippines. Why would I want to put the Philippines down like some people in this world do? You know, but they haven't got a life, and neither are the people that follow him. So and another person that follows him and reckons he's shit hot. No one wants to listen to that crap. So I'll just let it go for now. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're total morons. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the 4 people in the house. Much appreciated, guys. But anyway, I'll let that go. It's no drama. You know, I don't care. I've disassociated myself. I've I've left in a good note. I haven't mentioned any of the names, but you can gather who I'm talking about. Who would put shit on you? Who would put shit on you? I don't put shit on you. Anyway, move on. No, I book my flight tickets online in Philippines. I don't book mine online, Tom. G'day, Joe and Jenny. Kumusta? I don't book my tickets online. I prefer to go and pay for them and pay with cash, which is card. Same thing. I have trust issues with people. Thank you, Chris. Um, but yeah, there are more things in life to worry about than worry about people that put shit on the country. And if they don't like it, I don't know why they're still there. Hey, Father Wolf Swan, Kumusta? Welcome. Much appreciate you being here. I do not understand why people put shit on the Philippines. If you're going to put shit on the Philippines, don't live there. Go home. Get a life. But as I said, move along. There is. G'day, mate. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to move on from that now. I've had my little bitch. But to me, I love it. I love the Philippines. I enjoy being there. I love the people. I love the government. I love what happens in the Philippines. It's just so beautiful. The weather, the tropics. Um, you know, it's a great country. There's if you're getting married in the Philippines, you have to go through processes. And it depends on whether your wife's Catholic, because there's no such thing as Protestant there. Catholic, yes. So, it is better to go through their processes and follow them. Go with them, follow what they do. Um, we had to go to House of the Mother Superior just for a moment. It's all right, Father was one. You're cool. All good, Father Wolf's all good. Big shout out to Nico's Experience and Malou Martin. Yeah, I just, it's great. It's just totally awesome, and I'm glad you're here. I missed you for a while there, mate. differences are differences, and matter of opinions are a matter of opinions. And I let bygones be bygones. I don't think I worry too much about what was said and what, you know, just book online because it's quicker for me. Oh, that's all right, Tom Victoria, no drama. 6 likes, four in the house. Yeah, we when I when we were getting married, we had to go through a lot of processes, and we had to go through a lot of um, things. We had to check out a lot of places where we could go and get married. And I did that while I was over there for the whole year. I enjoyed, you know, going to Mother Superior and uh, doing all the um, thing that we had to do with sitting down and do you love your wife? Are you honest? Are you trustworthy? Do you respect your wife? Yeah, all that stuff, which is good. And it was enjoyable to do. You know, I had fun and it was great. I got married at the Mactan Air Force Base on Mactan Island in a church. But it doesn't matter whether you're Catholic or Protestant, where you get married in a church or not. Said don't go where you don't like company. Some folks need to bring their rubbish to it. Countries, those people go, yeah, I do, mate. I heard more bitch about 5 minutes ago. Actually, father was one. And we're going to cut repercussions of it. Bring it on. But I don't care. You know, I still do my videos and still think I am monetized, but I don't get paid for it because I don't want to. I don't want ads in my videos. I'm over that. I look, the funny thing about it is when you look at it, we work all this hard jacker to get monetized and that. And then we get told by YouTube a couple of weeks ago that on the 21st of this month that you those who haven't got ads will have ads in their videos. Oh, seriously, YouTube, why the hell did I waste all my time getting my 4,014 watch hours? Seriously, that's just a waste of time. Because come June 21st, they're going to put ads in your videos anyway. And anyway, that's another rant I want to get away from. I've had enough of ranting and jumping up and down. It's not me. I don't like being ranting. I don't like to rant. I've had enough of. I just had enough of these people that do nothing but rant. So I'm gonna let it go. But let's get on to other things. It's great. Um, Churches are good in the Philippines. Beaches, uh, different places like Cebu, Mactan. It's enjoyable. You can go to the Mother Superior, then go from one church to another. If you can't be married in that church, they will marry you in another one. And as it turned out, my sister works for Mactan Air Force. She's in the Air Force, and we got married on the base, which was great. And every one of her Air Force friends were there, and they were welcome. They didn't have an invitation, but I said to Arlene, "Yeah, let them come. There's plenty of beer and there's lots of food. Let them come." They all came to the Ace Pension House where we had our wedding. reception. They were at the Air Force Base, saw it coming, Scott. That's why I didn't get into the hype. Better to... no drama, mate. She's cool. I'm fine with you, brother. All's good, You know me. We've known each other for so long, Father was one. There's no issues. We're all good. Exactly, mate. Exactly. And that's the way life is, Yeah. Just enjoy, like I say at the end of my videos. Have fun, enjoy, relax, and take care. Exactly, Christopher Beecham. If you don't want to be there, don't go. Stay home. Go live in your own country. Um, you know, it's just one of those things, and I just wish people get over it. Yeah, exactly. Wisdom too, and I think you're agreeing with Chris Beecham, so that's all right. But I I've just enjoyed what I do. See in as a new venture in life. Yeah, yeah, that's all good. Uh, when this, like I say, people got the choice of wearing face masks. People got the choice of not wearing face masks. If you want to wear a face mask and keep yourself and protected from other people, that's good. That's great. If you want to get the vaccine because you want to be safe and you want to be able to fly next year or the year after, whenever they lift this stupid lockdown. And as I was talking to someone the other day about it, they said, hold off, hold off, hold off. Well, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I've got no stress with that. But I'm my own boss. I do what I want when I want. And if it's going to knock me about, it's only going to be for a year. But I'd rather get it done now than later on when time comes when we have to fly. Life is an adventure and a journey. Focus on the journey, not the goal. Exactly. Exactly. You are spot on, fellows. Always. That's what I like about you. And, I have no, as I said, we're good friends. Being good friends will always be good friends. Doesn't matter what your differences are about other people. You just let it go and walk away, and you still shake hands at the end of the day. No, I'm boss of my domain. She is my boss, I suppose. I look at it that way. But you know, life is good, and as Forrest Gump says, life is like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're going to get. So it takes when you're buying land, and I've said this before, when you're buying land and you're with your wife and your family, let them do the decisions. You just stay back because you're the investor, and you just listen to your wife and you listen to your wife's family because I know if you get involved, you know what happens? The price goes up a little bit, and they see a foreigner get involved, and they think, ooh, but realistically, that's life. I quite frequently don't blame them. You wear the pants, she just tells you what the color is. Hair. um, skin tax. Yeah, stay away from family drama. Yes, exactly, Scott. You let them. The best way to, if you're buying land, okay, You let, like I do with Harley, our block at, so God, the boss, our block at Kumusta in Cordova, boss. I just sat back and I just said, yeah, no drama. Had not an issue with it. What we were originally going to buy a place in our subdivision, and it was 8 point something. Good partnership has two bosses. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Father Wolves. Exactly. And you know, it's great. And I enjoy um I love my wife, I love CJ. I enjoy CJ. As much as sometimes he's only 4 year old, and he's starting to get a bit of a thing. But I can tell you one thing: I won't have trouble with him because you know what? He hates the dark, and he doesn't like spiders. He was out there the other day with me in that video, which you guys didn't get to see. He was out there, and it was so funny. He saw this little spider and he dropped the shovel and just come straight to me. Bless his heart. But you know, he's only he's only 4 and he's only a kid and he's enjoying the best times. He wants to help. He put a shovel in his hand. He did really good, I thought, on that video, which is good. Also, Father Wolf's one, I will subscribe back to you again. There's no stress there. But we have fun with our family. I have fun with my family when I'm back in the Philippines. If I met Father Wolf in McDonald's, I'd say hello. I wouldn't be rude, but um, I have seen fellow Americans or some Americans in McDonald's, but I don't get too close to them. You have two bosses. Yeah, exactly. And mum, yeah, and CJ, boss baby. You know, it's great and life's good and life should be good. I enjoy life, I have fun and me and CJ have fun. I sometimes crack it when he leaves his toys around here and I've got to get around and that and tell him to pick them up. Skin tax is fair and mind how I've sorry. No worries, Father was one. I'm just reading your message. These things go so quick. Of their labour, don't complain when you're on their turf. Fair is fair. Yeah. Look, when your wife and I let Mum and I let Arlene organise all that, and the same with Sissy. Um, she's brought next door to us at Cowanson, which overlooks Cebu City, which is going to be nice when we start building. And we're going to build together, which will make it easier. That's all right. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Don't worry. She's cool. I've actually got to pop by and see Nico. I haven't seen his thing, and I've actually got to um, go onto the notifications and press the bell because I haven't been getting notifications from him. And like YouTube, there's sometimes, but we all know it's only computerized at the moment there in YouTube. There's people sitting there, but only minimal. So, but yeah, as I was saying, I let Arlene and Mum organise the thing because if you put it in their name, they're the ones that got to pay the tax. If you put it in your name, you're paying more tax than what you should be, and you could get back and you could be still paying tax, and before you know it, you could have the thing out. But it's better to let them organise everything, Tom, and it's better to sort out where you want to go. If you go further out of, say, Cebu or further out, like, say, where the house of Mama Mary is down there, or you go further past us at Sogod, there's a lot of beautiful beaches between Cebu and Sogod, and it is lovely. It is fine. It is beautiful and warm. What we're going to do is we're going to cut into the land, and I'm going to leave a thing at the back. So we're going to cut in, and we're going to go 2 story. So and probably Nipa, which will suit the area up there. The house at Kawansan in Cordova, it will be 2 story, hollow block. Design we will work out, but I'm not going to pay an exorbitant price. I'll just get a different opinion on what I want to do there. So that's in the agenda. That's on the agenda. Um, but the reason why I made the choice, yes, I am monetized, but no, I'm not getting paid. Basically, because I do not want my ads to be, I don't want ads in my videos. But getting that message from YouTube a couple of weeks ago stating from the 21st of June, all ads will be put into your videos, whether you like or not. So you sort of get that feeling, or why did I bother reaching 4,000 subscribers if you're going to put videos in my ads? But if you, I don't know, if you're not with the YouTube program, I don't think you will get ads in your videos if you're only a small channel or you are monetized. I don't think you're going to get the ads in there. So we will have to wait until see on the 21st of June. But anyway, with that, land is the best way. And putting it in your mum and dad's name, like foreigner and Filipina, yes, you're spending the money in there. Yes, your money, you know where your money's going. Yes, I know what we're going to be doing when we start, which will be good. It'll be different style. So I'm going to enjoy doing what we do, and I'm going to have fun doing it. We're going to have family, like Texas Filipino. We're going to have family help build our house. So, my brother's an electrician, the other one's a furniture maker. So we're going to have we've got the best of both worlds. Dad can build a house. Uncle Dunai can build a house. I don't need a crew of 8 or 9 to build our house for us. We could have a crew of 6 or 7, but we're not going to go that track. We're just going to have what we've got, and that's it. Um, yes, I'm going to pick up a shovel and help out here and there. If I get told not to, I'm going to spit it and turn around and say, well, I need something to do. So I'm not going to be just the money bags. I'm going to help, but maybe the other way might be just help in the way of design, help in the way of laying out the land or what we want to do. Yes, we're going to spend probably, where is it? I think I've got to work out the mathematical side of 1,000. I agree with you there. Title, the land in her name. Well, it already is, Scoot. So we've got that sorted out. It's titled in Arlene's name, also, also titled in uh, Mum's name as well. The one at Calwunson is titled in Mum's name, so there's no drama there. It's all good. So it makes life a lot easier when you do that, and you enjoy your life a lot better. You can move around more comfortable, knowing that, yeah, she's good. Yeah. Look, man, I learned about her married 9 years. My name is on the deed. Yeah, see, look, I don't care whether my name's on the deed or not. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. If her name, if it, the title's in her name, is what Scoots just said, um, it makes it a lot easier for you to relax and enjoy what you want to do. Exactly, and that's what we've done, Scoot. We've done pretty well much what you've just told me there, and I have not an issue. Me and Arlene have been, as I said, been married nearly 10, I think 10 years this year, and you know, if we didn't hadn't met online, hadn't seen each other, hadn't done all the facey thing, uh, talk to each other every night for that whole from um, January down to July, seeing each other after she got home for work. Mate, I would have been up because I wasn't on YouTube then. I was too busy talking to my wife, and we were yeah talking from 10 o'clock till about 11, and she had to start work at 7 in the morning, so that was okay. And then uh, she would change shift at Tayin, and she would be working in the night time. So she would have to start at 7 at night and finish at 7 in the morning. They worked long shift and they were getting 1,000 pesos for their work. So that's like, 40, 500 pesos is $20. And yeah, so they were getting like $40 back then in 2010 for what they were doing. And they were getting nearly close to 1,000 pesos. And yeah, she enjoyed the job back then. I didn't want to bring her back home here, to be honest. She had a job there, I had a job here, and we could have still gone back and forth. It was no problem. But when you look at it, we decided and things changed, and I went back in November. I left work and went back, and I stayed over there from November 26th to November 19th. that following year. We did Arlene's. We got married in January 8th of 2011, and we stayed. I stayed the whole year until September 2nd. But CJ can only land if he gets a PI passport. Yes, we're going to sort out that too as well. Arlene's going to sort out her passport in the next couple of days because while she's home, she hasn't worked for 3 weeks now. But she has got her job when she wants to go back, which is good. $30 Aussie a day. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to take a brief CR break. I will be back soon. The other thing, guys, I forgot to say too is as well is that CJ has his Philippine passport already. Yeah, CJ's got an Australian passport because he's an Australian citizen. Arlene's an Australian citizen. We do have to get Arlene's Philippine passport done, which we will get done and send off for. This is just a matter of photos and send the passport and that, and we'll do the same with CJ as well. So he's got Philippine passport as well, but he was also christened in the Philippines. So he's actually being christened in the Philippines, and he's got the plaques and the certificates to prove it. You know, it makes it easier. No, well, she's got that, and she can become dual citizen, which she already is. Just that her passport expired before we went over in 2008. And we were going to do it when we were over there, but she was going to go around chasing around doing it, and I said, "No, look, we'll do it in Australia, and we'll send it to Canberra, and bang, bing, where's it's done. There's no stress." You still with me, Father Wolf? But it is better to do what Scoot was saying too as well, is that way it will be passed down to CJ too, which is going to make it easier and more benefit CJ as well, because she's going to have takes 2 months from Australia. Yeah, it's no stress. I'm not stressed out. I've got plenty of time, She's still got an Australian passport, so if we fly, but uh, she would get it back before then. So if we did it, say tomorrow or Tuesday, it's just a matter of doing a photo and sending it off and getting all the paperwork done, and it's finished. But with the land, yes, it's in Arlene's mum's name, and it makes it easier on me because I don't have to pay tax on it. Because if it was put in my name, I have to pay tax on the land. I have to pay tax for the property. But as they say in the Philippines, you can't own land, you can't own a business. You can only run the business, but you can't own it. But you know, laws could have changed too as well, which is no stress. We have no problems there with that. You have no money anyway. Yeah, don't worry about me, mate. I've got plenty. Yeah, I'm good on you, Tom. You go for it. You hoe that big whopper down. But I agree with what Scoot says pretty well much because he's full knowledge of things that go on over there, and you know it's great to see. It's great to have good friends around when you need them. You know, I enjoy life. I enjoy life there in the Philippines. Look, I was watching today a bit early for ice cream. A bit late here for me for ice cream. With I'll go down the hardware store with Hapon, and we'll check out nails, screws. We're gonna when I get back there, we're gonna screws, nails, lumber, cocoa lumber, hollow block. Find the best bloke that does the hollow blocks up there in So God. I'm not gonna do it in Cebu, and then we gotta get it carted up to thing because you never know what can get broken between. You could have 10 or close to 30 hollow blocks get smashed and going all the way up from Cebu because they're doing the road at Ilawan, uh, and it's rough. Never too early or too late. Yeah, I wish I had San Miguel on me at the moment. I need to go and buy another cart. But, you know, you're right, Scoot, there in what you're saying, and I agree with you, and I'll fully do that and get that sorted out. And I've got to get Arlene's passport sorted out. I need to get that. That's why I stopped building with hollow blocks. Look, carting hollow blocks, especially on rough road, you could lose a few, going up there. I did. I've been watching Texas Filipino, James and Mel, and the way he's doing his cement walls, really spot on. Is it safe to have two passports? I don't know. I really can't. Scoot, can you answer that one for me? I'm not sure. I've only got one. Arlene's got hers. She's got um, the dual. There is no quality control on the hollow blocks. Yeah, well, that's true too. I was looking in the direction because we're going to do the slab first, and no, no, I was. Chris has two parts. Oh, Yes, to have two passports, you have to be dual citizen. There you go, Tom. So if you're dual citizen, it's okay to have two passports. I'm not a dual citizen. As much like I was supposed to, it was funny because I did in 2010. I did my permanent residence certificate, and they put down a date that I had to be back to uh, go and get everything organised. And I didn't know whether I was coming back. Anyway, come August, I think it was September, no, November, I left. 25th of November, I left to go back to the Philippines to be with Arlene. And then we were to get married on the 8th of January. And then then we were going to do a visa on the 17th of March, which we did. But then I had to get copies made up because when I took them over there and got it all organised, got it all sorted out, everything was done through our friend as well. And but we didn't tell. You never tell them that. You never tell the government that. Um, okay, that's good. Oh, I love you, Scoot. Um, you know, the most, the best part is that uh, we will, yeah, from November when we came back here. Like she got her passport on the 2nd of September 2011, and then she come back to Australia. And mind you, she had to go through a lot of rigmarole and tests. We had to go through a lot of tests. Um, well, she had to go through a lot of tests. She had to go for tuberculosis and everything, and she passed with flying colours. Yet the docs here in the hospital in Sunshine turned around and said, tuberculosis can lay dormant for so many years. Well, she's never had tuberculosis, and if she got tuberculosis, she wouldn't have been allowed to come into this country. So she didn't have tuberculosis. She would fail Scott there wrong. Okay. Um, but we did everything the right way. She passed. She didn't have tuberculosis, but when she was in the hospital here in Sunshine, they said that she had tuberculosis, which was bullshit because she's never ever had tuberculosis, and tuberculosis can't lay dormant for so many years. And I said to the doctor, I had a full out argument with the doctor. I said, if she had tuberculosis, mate, she wouldn't have been allowed to come into Australia because that's one guarantee in the Philippines, from the Philippines, that if she had tuberculosis, she wouldn't be able to get her passport. So I said, you know, and he said, well, I can't lay dormant. And I said, well, why didn't it rear its ugly head in the Philippines? He said, well, and I said, also, if she had tuberculosis, she wouldn't have been able to work in the Philippines, which is correct. And she might not have been able to go to school. Exactly. And she didn't have it because, as it turned out, you know. So she was able to come out here on with her passport on the 19th of November. And we've been nearly 10 years married. And lovingly, well, we have our moments. She gets tempo. I get tempo. But, it's life. You have arguments. Shit happens. You got to get over it. You just move on. And the best way I find, if we're not and we don't agree on something, we'll go out in the garage and go and work on the car, or go out and work in the garden. Or go work on the pond. And like, you know, it helps me think about things, working in the garden or working out in the car or whatever. It makes me think. Shows mum. But we're all good. We're all good. We have fun. We enjoy each other. We have our moments with CJ. Tablets as he had his vitamins. Like, I look at the vitamins and I turn around and say, well, cut him up an orange and cut him up an apple. That's vitamin enough. He doesn't need this false vitamin shit. But they say they do. So therefore, but they don't really. Because if you cut up an orange, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B, banana, potassium, you don't need that crap. You don't need taking tablets, or you don't need taking gummy bears, or you don't need taking liquid vitamin C or A, B, or D, whatever. Because it's in the orange, it's in the apple, it's in the pear. If you haven't got 5 minutes to cut yourself a nut, or you should see me with an orange, I make myself a pig. But I love oranges. Exactly, Scoot. Exactly. And I think rickshaw Philippines would agree with you there, and so would Tropical Tim. It doesn't pay to argue. It just, you could walk out the door and go out the shop and get T-boned by a semi because you got all that bullshit in your head going around, and you might not make it out alive. And the last thing you've ever said was, and then before you know it, you're laying in hospital, you passed away, and then you never got to say that you're sorry. You never walk away mad. You always try and fix it, or you just go out in the garden, work out in the garden, and just get it off your chest. It's no point having an argument with someone. Just come in and say, "Look, I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean to speak to you like that," and let it go at that. That's all you do. That's part of life. It's great. You can have you get on better, and we hardly have big arguments. Sometimes she would turn around and say, "Oh," she'll swear at me in Tagalog or for size, and I say, "He's swearing at me again." But it's part of life. It's just we just gotta get over it and enjoy it and be with our. I tell you what, if I ever got married again, I would be to another Filipino. Wouldn't be to an Australian girl. They're too high maintenance. They want too much all the time. Filipinos, no, they accept you for who you are. Exactly, Scoot. Exactly. Well done. That's the way. That's the way I work. I also like, with when we were there, when we were getting set up, but getting married, they turned around and said, "You need a bank account." And I said, "Oh, okay." So we got all my details and went to RCBC. in Mipsa, and we got our banking. Oh, why not? You don't need to get married. You're set for life, brother. Yeah, we went to RCBC. They were good. They treated us with respect. Mind you, there was a guard at the door, there was a guard inside the door, and there was a guard before you walked to the registers. And if you were planning on going to rob a bank, forget about it, because you wouldn't have got nowhere. Because they got pump action, they got sidearms, and they've got a medical bag on the back just to keep to dress a wound or that if you did do something wrong. But we were good. I had no intentions. MEPSA was good because it was great for Arlene to go and put the money in the bank, which was great. And when I came back here and I was working, I've had enough practice to know I'm not good. Ah, that's bullshit. You're good. You're a good father, Chris. You can't help what you got. And that, my dear friend, is very hard to cope with. And I probably can't understand what you're going through, Chris, but I probably can in another way. Because it's not good to lay on your back, and if you can only walk a certain distance, well, shit, man, I'm not going to bring out all your problems, but you're the one that's got to make the move. You're the one that's got to start thinking, shit, I want to be able to get back to the Philippines. I want to be able to walk everywhere. I want to be able to lose a bit of weight, drop a bit of weight. You know what I have? I just have salad biscuits. Lunchtime, breakfast time. I just have coffee. I have my Nutri-Grain. That's all I have. A little bit of sugar on it. But like I was saying before, with the vitamins, right? Apple, orange, banana. You don't need to take tablets. Okay? You know why the doctors say, oh, you need to take this, you need to take that? Because they're getting a kickback off the company that supplies them those vitamins. If you need sun, go sit out in the sun. Go walk around. Go think if you're pale, just go walk around, be out in the garden, do a little potter around. You don't know, no one's asking you to, do things full stop, guys. You just go out, just enjoy what you're doing, you have fun, you go for a walk. Mate, I'll tell you what, go for like five five houses. Do five houses one day for a week. Okay? This is my doctor theory for you, Chris. Do five houses one day for a week. And get Chris, get Ronaldine, just go for a walk. Just five houses up and back. Next day, five houses up and back for a week. Then next week, you do eight. You just do that little bit more. Just drop what you have to drop. I know it's easy for me to say I haven't got that problem. I haven't. But I can sympathise with you. And I can sympathise with another dear friend of ours too. He's got the same problem with his heart. And I do a lot of walking with CJ. I go places and stuff like that. You can take CJ up to school. We'll go for a walk up to school with CJ with Ronalina. Come back and just rest a little bit and then just put it around the garden or do something, check out a few things. It's not going to hurt you. Take an orange, take a banana, don't take anything out of a bottle. Because the pharmacies get a kickback off the companies that make Pentavite and Aspro and that. I got thyroid problem. If I don't take thyroid tablets, I will die. Plain and simple. If I don't take thyroxine tablets, I will die. I'm like Superman. That's thyroxine tablets are my kryptonite. And if I don't take them, I will die. My hair will fall out, my eyesight will go, and it's not good, you know. But I try and do everything. And with diabetes, I'm not the best with diabetes, let me tell you. But I also think that's a fraud because they gave me tablets for this, they gave me tablets for that. Mate, I should have tablets for coughing too. Yeah, it's fallen out already, I think. I've had enough practice. I know I'm not good at it all. Look, you're good at what you do, mate. You really are. You got a beautiful wife and um, a lovely son, and a nice home, and you provided for them over so many years. Can't help what you copped. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't help what I copped with the thyroid. I was born with it. Um, I gotta take tablets for it. You know, and it made me slow with mathematics. I was good at humanities, English, social studies. I was good at that. I had no problems with that. Had no issues. Yeah, life's good. In my book, I can go out, I can kneel in the garden, I can kneel around the pond like I was the other day. I've got to go to Bunnings, buy the 2 ponds. I've got to buy rocks, I've got to buy stones, pebbles, bigger pebbles. Once I've bought them, the very fine pebbles, the pinkish ones with the white in them. I've got to buy those. And I've got to sit down and kneel down. And that's why I couldn't do much work out there because it's wet, it's moist, it's been raining at night time, and in daytime it starts to dry out. By the next day, it's night. We've had overcast days. But, you know, they're things I do to try and think. I hate sitting around. I like, you would have seen that video with me and Snowy, and I was sitting there and I said, can't do much outside today. It's raining. It was pissing me off. I wanted to be out there doing things out in the garden. Then uh, Saturday came, and Aubrey came, and they cut the trees, and I helped them with Snowy and had to cut the hedge. I cut the hedge, and then he put the whippersnipper over the hedge. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, is that life is good with you, it's how you treat it. And you always said to me, look after yourself. Well, I am. I went to the doctor's. I spoke to the doctor over here at Sunbury Medical Centre, and he said, what, he sent you to a specialist? I said, yeah. He said, well, you know who's getting kickbacks off that? I said, I don't think he's getting kickbacks because he charged me $250 freaking dollars. Seriously. $250 to sit in a room for 10 minutes and 5 minutes when you go in to actually see him. She then said to me, oh, Mr. Wagman, you're going to make another appointment. And I said, no. She said, why? I said, no, I'm not going to make another appointment. I'm supposed to write in a book my blood each week. Mate, I will tell you one thing. Guys, I'll tell you one thing. Freaking this, you get 6.5 on that. You prick this finger, you get 7.5 on this finger. Excuse me, isn't apparently something that has something to do with your heart, which I don't understand. But my blood is 6.5 on this finger and 7.5 on that finger. Look, it's connected to the one body, for fuck out sake, you know. Excuse the French, but and then take these Genuine tablets. They make you pee the sugar out of your body. Mate, if I drink so much sugar and then drink so much water afterwards, it comes out. If I drink so much water now, that it comes out of my kidneys, it comes out of my thing. I'm right as rain. Years ago, going back about a year ago, going back about a year ago, I would have dizzy if I drank water after I've had a lot of sugar. I would get dizzy. Now, nothing. I'm immune to it, I think. But I'm still walking around. I'm still good. Yeah, if I do go over a bit, well, I will get like a tingling, like pins and needles in my body. But I'm not getting it anymore. I go to the toilet, I drink water straight after I've had it. I'm up all night. Probably I'll go to bed now, right? And I will be up probably around about 3 o'clock. Go to the toilet. Then I go back to bed. Next time I get up, it'll probably be about 5 o'clock. Hi, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken. Kumusta, sweetie. So, um, I'm good. I think basically, unless you're really, really, really bad and you need to go and see a doctor, that's fine. Go see a doctor. But I'm not going to see a doctor about the doctor. It's good. I'm fine, darling. I'm fine, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken. And big regards to Ken too, by the way. Um, if I see the doctor up here about my thing, he'll say, "Oh, you don't need to go and see a specialist. I'll put you on a special diet." You know, plain and simple. All it is to drink. Just eat an apple, a banana, lettuce, carrot, celery. Cheese. Cheese. Salad of biscuit, crusket, whatever they have it say over in America, whatever they have. Also have milk over coffee. I can't have coffee without sugar. I have 2 teaspoons of sugar, but I'm good as gold. You know, it's great. But when the thing is, I know where you're coming from, Chris. I see where you're coming from, but you gave me some advice. I'm giving you some advice. You need to get. Yeah, CJ's sleeping. It's not his night for playtime tonight. He's having a good sleep, Maureen. Um, he has good sleep every night. He sleeps like his mum, like a freight train. Oh, wow. Um, and then he's up early in the morning. Uh, he slept on Granny out there while we were watching the football, and at this sound asleep, I just picked him up, and God, he's getting heavy. Yes, you do overthink a little bit when you're sleeping. Say, I'm not a physicist, I'm not a doctor. Well, how I can say this is that if you've got a lot of things on your mind, okay, call it. Are you stressing over it? Um, is it something important you're stressing over? Is it? I know. Would it be you stressing over Ken? Let me tell you, Ken will be there. Just be patient. Ken's gonna be there. Everything's gonna be fine, my ring. You're gonna have fun when you get together again. This thing is got to burn itself out. Like all things. Yes, which yeah, exactly. Um, Chris, exactly. He was watching the football and he went to sleep like that. Arlene's asleep. That door's shut. That door's shut. And I can still hear it. The worst thing with this that's going around, guys, is that it affects your friendship. You can't see your friends. Like, we got Stephen Ronald in over here. Oh, sorry, over here. We haven't seen them since this lockdown started. They're great friends. We haven't even seen Karen and Brad. Sorry, Karen and Brad. Yeah. Um, we haven't seen Karen and Brad. And Karen and Brad, we will see you once this is over. That's her. And, well, our bedroom door's open, but this one here, as I said, that's shut. Yes, I have friends, Scoot. Probably actually say Hartley. No, CJ snores, but very fine. I can't talk. I snore too. My adenoids are so bad. But when you miss someone, your mum tells the neighbours you are the delivery man yeah, exactly. When this is all over Maureen and Ken comes to see you, and I miss Arlene's family. Like I miss the girls, Rai, April, Joey, Feb, Arjun. I miss mum. I miss dad. They love us. Half the time I don't get to see them because I'm too busy doing other things, but I do miss them. And look, I've had to fork out close to well, it's not much in our money, but it was close to $1,000 for the car this week. It just stopped for no apparent reason, but Dad's our friend across the road, Grace's husband, I think he's back from overseas. He's in the OFW, lovely bloke, Nima, and he's helping Dad work on our little multivan, and I said to Arlene, I think it might be time to drop that and buy something a little better. And she said, well, who are we going to go with? And I said, well, we won't go with Roscoe again, because that was just a nightmare. Um, but on the other side of things, here we have wreckers where we can go and get the part that we need, or go and buy a second-hand part. Thank you for the likes, guys. We can go and buy a second-hand part for our cars. No, it just stopped for some unknown reason. I don't know what it was. Dad knows. Dad knows what it was. I don't know. Be shout out to Scott Expat in the Philippines. Thank you, Tom Victoria. Um, it is. I've done well tonight. I haven't been CR since earlier. But you know, they here we go to a wreckers. We go and pick up a part, whether it be a headlight or indicator lens or whatever. In the Philippines, they don't have that sort of thing, because I think in Japan they take the cars, they build the car's on the road for 10 years, they take it off. I've had mine 5 years. Excuse me. But our little multi-van, it does need work on it. It needs body work on it. I said to Arlene, hello, Mike Wickham. Kumusta? Say hello to everybody. Tom Victoria, Scoot B, Chris Beecham, Father Will Swan, if he's still here, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken. Everybody that's been in here, say hello, Racer Guy or Supersonic 444, who went earlier, Kevin and Gemma, British expat in the Philippines. But it's one of those things we have here that you can go and get parts, but in the Philippines, I asked Dad, where do we get a rear vision mirrors? Now, I'm not going to buy newfangled Mickey Mouse like I had on my 76 HX Holden panel van rear vision mirrors, because someone will knock them off. Wow, these look good. They'll look good on my car. Bang, knock it off. Poor lady farmer thinks big. They tried to take the battery out of her bike the other day. Poor kid. And, like, you've got to basically build like something to keep your things in. Where cars different, their engines at the bottom. You are, Maureen. You are a cutie. But we need to, I don't know whether we'll offload it or we'll just get it pulled apart and reworked and spend a bit of money on it. Because we just spent money, when I was there in 2018, I spent money on tyres, which was nothing. But the old girl, the Purple Haze, I call her, Suzuki multivan. I wanted the Suzuki multivan in the Ute, but Arlene said we need the multivan in the thing, so we got that. And you can buy door locks, door latches, door locks, and door handles, and get them fitted, I suppose. We show a bunch of food. now here in cola so that I can eat all right. Don't do that, Maureen. Please, don't do that. I can go and grab a snack and grab a Coke if you want. But, I find um, the we will try and find parts, or we can ask someone. They do sell parts for cars there in the Philippines. So just got to look for parts for a Suzuki multivan, and we've got to get some. I'll send over some body filler for Harpoon to put it on the car, but it's probably cheaper just to send it down the bloke down the road and get him to do it. But I want a proper job done, and I could do it myself if I was over there. But you know what it's like when you're in the Philippines. You can't work on your car. God, I'll tell you a story. When I was there in 2010, we were in the old house, and I wanted a shower. Oh, I'll tell her that one. That's a good one. Look, I love working on things, Mike. I enjoy it, but back there when I'm there in the Philippines, we were living in the bar area behind the airport, and the down in what do they call it, Little Mikado, down there, just around the back of the airport, and come out of Mucktown Airport, Lapu and go around that way. Is if you're going to Saong or Maribago and or Cordova, and um, we where was I? Yeah, we go around there with the car, and we can pick up parts like that. But when we were living there in that old area behind the airport in Little Mikado, um, I went to get water, like in the buckets of water, like old paint buckets. I had two of those. I just walked around from the toilet to go and get water and pump water, and the next time, and Mum came out. Where's Scott? Where's Scott? I'm out pumping water. She smacked Harpoon across the back of the head and told him to go out and get the buckets of water off me and put them in the shower. He said, "Why you need to have a shower all the time?" I said, "Well, it was bloody stinking hot, and when I was there in July, it was around about the hot season, so it was one of those things." But I agree with you sometimes, there, Mike, with working on things. I do love to work on the garden. I do love to work on thing, but when we start building the house, it'll be my brother, dad, and Uncle Dunai if they're capable of working on the house. But we will get the slab sorted out first. We'll put the slab down first. Um, am I going to use cocoa lumber? Hmm. Well, the problem is with cocoa lumber, you need to get it treated with engine oil, and that stops the termites. That's another big question here. We can't come out. We can't go to the Philippines until everybody's vaccinated, apparently, in Scott Morrison's eyes. But it's one of those things, guys. It's got to, as I said, it's got to burn itself out, and it will soon. It can't stay around for too long. Yeah, it's got to die like every other. The flu only comes around once a year. Concrete block, what hollow block? We're gonna do the slab. We'll sort out the land first. Um, um, we'll do the slab first. We'll get the slab organised, and we'll get the land surveyed before we. And that's another thing Scoot said, that I need to get a surveyor to come out and have a look at the land. So I'm going to get a surveyor to go out and have a look at the land and have a look how far and how wide. But so I can't do none of that shit until I get over there, because I want to know, is it going to be a house that's going to be like a rectangle? Is it going to be a house that's going to be uh, square box type style? Um, I will get the vaccine on the 27th of this month. I'm looking forward to that. Um, I know our neighbour had the AstraZeneca, and he has had nothing but problems with pain and that, and the doctors say this and the doctors say that, and I start thinking, fuck, yeah, do you guys know anything about this? Blood clots, stuff like that, If you suffer from blood clots and you got a blood thinners thing for your heart or whatever, like Chris Beecham, if he could take the Pfizer. There's no problems with the Pfizer as far as I know. It's just the AstraZeneca that's causing the blood clots. And here they're just trying to figure out why. But you look at it like everybody is made up. Every person's body is made up of different um, interiors, as we like to say. Oh, well done, well done. Our regards. I hope he's feeling really good. um, I've had this chest cold. Like, as I say, I apologise for last week with Monday and Tuesday. I just I worked in the garden Saturday, Sunday, and I couldn't get up. The back of my legs, calves, and none of my legs were sore. Um, Same with my chest. Um, and as soon as you get out and you're out in the cool, you get this. I sleep in bed. I have a blanket over me. I'm still waiting on my vaccine until I figure out which is safer for me. Pfizer, they reckon. Um, but you know, each person's got different build. If you've got no problems with your heart, no problems with anything, if you've got thin blood and you're taking blood thinners, or you've got thick blood and you're taking thinners. Um, oh, okay. Uh, it can help. It can help you with the AstraZeneca, but they were saying the AstraZeneca is causing blood clots. Well, um, you need to get it checked out. You need to get yourself. We don't get a choice in Australia. Yes, that's true. We don't. Whether it's either Pfizer or it's AstraZeneca. We don't get the Chinese brand here. But you know, if you make it over Sunshine Hospital, they have the Pfizer. I have a problem with my heart. Some say I have a problem with my heart. Some say it's cold, but haters will hate. Your heart's all right. You got a kind heart, Scoot B. There's no drama there. You're good. My father done their second shot last Thursday. He got the Sinovac. Oh, okay. That's what they got in the Philippines, Sinovac. And I think America sent some Pfizer and AstraZeneca over there. But, you've got to be careful. As I say, each individual person um, is their body system's different. You could have people that have been smoking most of their life, and we only have two choices: AstraZeneca or Pfizer. Mike, it's hard if you have bad heart problems and you're taking like Roman John, he's taking, I think he takes blood thinners. He might have the Pfizer. But, as I said, I have to ring Sunshine Hospital to make an appointment for Arlene to go over there to have the Pfizer. Here, I'm up at, because they're doing 40-year-olds at the Sunshine Hospital. Up here, they're doing 50. No choice. Sorry. No choice here. We need to deal with it with the Sinovac or Astra. Because, oh shit, what did I do? Sorry about that, guys. I must have pushed something I didn't want to. No choice here. We need to deal with it. Sinovac or Astra. Because Pfizer and Moderna are still not yet. Oh, okay. We'll see. They should make sure that that's getting out to you guys. Really. The government should be making sure that gets out to you guys, to every area. You know, we had our government hold back on some of the supplies and that for us. So, but it's one of those things, and I hope, like I'll be taking mine on the 27th of this month. But I've got to ring the hospital. I've got to ring Gat Road Medical Centre tomorrow or Monday to find out, to check and make sure that my appointment's the 27th of June, and it's 10 o'clock. So tell me I'm going to the vet for you. Come on, be nice. But it's one of those things. We just got to make sure that we look after ourselves. And if you're on blood thinners, I'm sure that you can take the Pfizer. I'm sure that you can take the AstraZeneca. But if your doctor requests that I wouldn't take either of them, well, you get an exemption. Now, if you get an exemption, that'll go down in your passport. This guy can't. Oh, sorry, Chris, I'm going to use you. Christopher Beecham cannot have this medication because it causes blood clots and we can't afford him to take it. So, um, he is free to come to the Philippines. But then when he gets to the Philippines, they might not let him in. They might say, you need to fly back to Australia. And you'll have to rebook another flight to fly back, which I think is a pain in the ass. But that might not happen at all. That might not happen at all. You might be able to go, wear a face mask, wear a face shield, and just walk around with no troubles, and just hope for the best that you don't get it. That's basically all there is to it. It's one of those type of things. Having my shots as well, Scott. Yeah, I'll take your shots for you. Send your Medicare card up. But it's one of those things we need to adjust to, and everybody's got to just make sure that they go and see a doctor first before they go and get their shots, before they get their thing. Make sure that they're physically fit. Make sure if their doctor suggests that they shouldn't get it, well, then you then say, can you write me a thing and have it put in my passport that I'm exempt from having any vaccine. I still think, personally, the flu shot would kill it too. Yeah, if you have it, you might be okay. I know Judy Fisher's. If you have no intention um, in flying or going anywhere, don't take it. You're good. You're good. My neighbour had the shots and he's been like shit. He's been feeling like shit. He can't do anything in the garden or anything. That's good, Tom. It's great to know and awesome. Well done. I've never been sick, so side effects. This bloody chat thing is bullshit. Yeah, look, some people can react to it differently. You could take the flu shot and you could react have problems, complications. But I don't think you would if you're physically fit and you're able bodied and you do walk around and you take the medications and stuff. But if you're on heart medications and that can make a difference to AstraZeneca. Um, and you just got to take the flu shot every year since 1990s. Yeah, I haven't had mine yet. I haven't had the flu shot yet. I'll get it done when I go over there. I'll get the flu shot in one arm and get the AstraZeneca in the other. Yeah, well, I think also too when you look at Mike and Scoot and everybody that it's going to be in your passport when you go to customs, so you will be able to fly out. It shouldn't be a problem. Uh, Here in Australia, Medicare will cover all of it, so therefore, when you go to if you're not quite sure if the government's put it in, you can go to Medicare here and print up So it's got wacko, and it'll come up, and it'll have your shots. Well, you just photocopy them and put them in your passport if it's not already in there. But it should be in there. But to be safe, to be safe, yeah, well, it's the same here, Mike. They won't let us out at the moment. They're not. There's no international flights, not even to New Zealand. It's been postponed. Currently looking to buy multi-cabs. They are almost givings. Why? Yeah, I'm thinking of getting updating ours because with the work that we're gonna start doing up at the property, we'll need something that's a bit like a ute or some with a passenger type of thing. COVID this year. Yeah, well, no one did. I can fly to New Zealand. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we haven't had nothing. No one died COVID this year, which is good. I think we've only had 12 deaths since COVID came in. Over 50 years of age died from the vaccine. Yeah, that was one person, I think, if I remember. It's crazy, Christopher. And I hear cannot even travel outside Australia at all. Not at the moment, Mike. Not at the moment. We can't. We can travel to New Zealand, but a friend of mine flew to New Zealand, then flew to Taiwan before we locked down. Go figure. He got out. I don't know how, but he got out. He's in Taiwan at the moment. Yeah, New Zealand is a lovely place. Um, but yeah, Christopher, Mike, we can't go out of, um, we can't even go out of Victoria into South Australia or into New South Wales. They have border police. Uh, the police up here in Gisborne, uh, up to the Hume Highway, Princess Highway. If you're going to Colac and Ballarat Highway too as well. You go any more out of your 25k zone, you will be arrested. Well, not arrested, but you will be fined. I can't even get into New South Wales. But we had this before, didn't we, Chris? A family. Uh, they drove. They were positive. They drove all the way from Victoria, all the way up to Queensland. They got to Clarandra, and they tested positive, the whole family. And they went through New South Wales. They stopped at the dog sits on the taco box at Gundawindi, and what was the other one? Oh, each individual town they stopped through, Mike, sightseeing, and they tested positive. When they got to Corundra, the police got them, and they've been sent back to us. I think they've been sent back to Victoria, or they've been held in Queensland for testing. So it's not good. It's not good how it is. It really isn't. So They just won't let me in there. But there was an Indian that came out from, and he's got the Delta strain. Uh, his family, he sent his kids to school, North Melbourne Primary in the city. Sent his kids, two kids to school, and they had it. So they locked down the whole school, and every parent's been notified, and all the kids have had to go and have tests. To me, that's like a terrorism act in my book. The father tested positive, and it's not good. You just can't. You just can't do that. It's just immoral. And look, okay, if you didn't know you were tested positive for it, well, and you didn't know you had it, but if it tested positive, if you came out from India and went into quarantine in a hotel and tested negative, and when you got out and went to Victoria and tested positive, someone's not doing their job properly in the testing station in South Australia. Yeah, I bet you when he gets back here to Australia, he won't quarantine. Well, we've had a lot of people here, Mike, that have been put out of jobs because, uh, the well, we've got the same problem here, in Mexico, the southern part of America, the Mexican farmers used to work just over the border. You used to get a green card to go into Texas from Mexico, stating that you could work there in on the farms. But then, since Trump put the wall up, America's plantations, fruit and veg, and everything is suffering. And that's the same with ours here. It's suffering too. Well, anyway, guys, on that note, I need to rest my voice, I think. I'm getting a bit hoarse. Anyway, guys, from Maureen, Michelle, and Ken, Scoot B, Mike Whitcomb, Adrian Gibson, I did say Maureen, Michelle, and Ken, Adrian Gibson, and Father Will Swan, thank you for coming. I really do appreciate your support, Father Will Swan. Thank you very much. I'm going to say good night, guys. Tom Victoria, Scott Morrison's living in trouble levels with South Asia. Yes. Here they can cry about no one working at restaurants. Expect workers to live off free tips. Exactly. Well, and Joe and Jeannie Journey and everybody that came in. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I will be on tomorrow night, 12 o'clock Australia time, 10 o'clock Philippine time. I thank you very much. I love Mahal Kita, and great to see everyone here again. That's good. Thank you, Scoot B, much appreciated. And Chris Beecham, thank you. Thank you to Sonic 444. Thank you, Rickshaw Philippines. Big shout out to Tropical Tim in the Philippines, and Wish for Wanda. Great to see you back, Wish for Wanda. Thank you. It's You're a darling, and it's a blessing, and it's great to have you back in the Philippines with Tropical Tim. Looking forward to you guys getting back up and getting some lives going again soon. Um, Big shout out to Miss Muggs. Big shout out to Any Silence. Big shout out to Kelly Nunes Filipina on Facebook. Uh, she could support a big shout out to Yum Bags. Um, Big shout out to all my good friends out there. Uh, Check out the Rileys. Mutton Hapster. The Hapsters. Big shout out to you guys. POD, Philippines on Demand. Big shout out to you, buddy. And I hope you're feeling good. And take care. Look after yourself. Later, mate. Still me, Galar. Thanks, mate. I really do appreciate it. Good night, guys. I'm going to bed. Take care. Remember, life's good. Enjoy. Have fun. Take care. From me, Arlene, and baby CJ. Oh, by the way, before I go, if you see on my videos, Scott Expat with the little symbol that I have, and then Arlene Indolines, that's Arlene's channel. Arlene Indolines at the bottom. We incorporated that with my channel, and okay, mate, we'll do. Anyway, catch you later, or scratch you later. Take care, guys. Bye for now. Oh, and Dora Journey, Lynn and Michael. Big shout out to you guys. Bye for now, guys.